Welcome to Whispers of Wisdom. I'm your host, Carrie Mandel, and today we continue our NPD series with part 3, Healing and Protection Strategies. In our previous episodes, we explored the foundations of narcissistic personality disorder and identified its relationship patterns. Today, we focus on practical recovery, how to heal from narcissistic abuse and protect your energy moving forward. This episode offers specific techniques for emotional healing, energetic protection, and reclaiming your authentic self. Whether you're in the early stages of recovery or further along your healing journey, these strategies can support your return to wholeness. Before diving into specific techniques, let's acknowledge that healing from narcissistic abuse follows a nonlinear path. You may experience several phases, often recycling through them multiple times. An initial crisis phase of shock and disbelief, where your reality feels shattered and you may struggle with basic functioning. A realization phase where patterns become clearer, often accompanied by anger as you recognize the manipulation you experienced. A grieving phase for the relationship you thought you had and the future you imagined. A rebuilding phase where you gradually reclaim your authentic self and create a new life aligned with your true values. This journey takes time, typically much longer than healing from relationships that didn't involve manipulation and emotional abuse. Be gentle with yourself through the ups and the downs, knowing that each step contributes to your healing. Let's explore specific approaches for emotional healing. First, validation and reality anchoring. After experiencing gaslighting, external validation helps restore trust in your perceptions. This might come through therapy with someone who understands narcissistic abuse, support groups where others share similar experiences, or educational resources that describe exactly what you've lived through. Many survivors report profound relief when they discover that their experiences follow recognizable patterns. It confirms that they weren't imagining the abuse. Journaling serves as powerful self validation. Recording incidents while they're fresh helps combat the doubt that gaslighting creates. Some find it helpful to create a timeline of the relationship, noting when red flags appeared and how the dynamic shifted over time. Second, processing trauma requires working through experiences both in mind and body. Consider trauma informed therapy approaches like EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, or somatic experiencing, which helps process trauma held in the nervous system. For those who prefer complementary approaches, emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping, combines acupressure points with verbal acknowledgement of feelings. Expressive arts therapy allow trauma expression through nonverbal means like painting, movement, or music. Guided trauma release meditations specifically designed for narcissistic abuse can also support this process. Third, grief work is essential but often overlooked. Many survivors are surprised by the depth of grief they experience. You're mourning not just the relationship's end, but the person you thought you knew, the future you imagined, and aspects of yourself that were suppressed or damaged. Honor this grief through rituals like writing letters you never send, allowing yourself to feel emotions fully without judgment, and expressing through creative outlets. Remember that grief isn't linear. You'll move through denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance in your own unique pattern. Now let's explore the energetic dimensions of healing. Narcissistic relationships create powerful energetic attachments that persist beyond physical separation. Many empaths and sensitive people report feeling energetically drained or emotionally entangled with the narcissistic person even after separation. Cord cutting practices help release these energetic connections. Visualize these cords connecting your energy center to theirs and practice regularly cutting them. First, you visualize yourself through deep breathing and center yourself and see the cords of attachment. They may appear as ropes, tubes, or chains. And then, with love and firm intention, see yourself cutting these cords using visualized scissors, a sword of light, or simply your intention, and fill the space where cords were attached with golden or healing light. For ongoing well being, regular energy cleansing helps remove residual negative influences. Salt baths with intention setting. Sea salt or Epsom salt in bath water with a conscious intention of releasing energetic residue. I like to think of it as going down the drain. Smoke cleansing with sage, palo santo, or other sacred herbs, allowing the smoke to surround your whole body, visualizing negative energy dissolving. Sound healing through singing bowls, tuning forks, or even your own voice. Sound vibrations help break up stagnant energy patterns. Color therapy and chakra balancing. Visualizing specific colors, healing each energy center, particularly focusing on heart, solar plexus, and throat chakras that are often affected by narcissistic relationships. And spending time in nature, especially near water or trees, helps naturally reset your energetic field. Many traditions recognize water as particularly cleansing and trees as grounding and stabilizing. One of the most amazing routines you could have is GCP. It stands for Ground, Clear, Protect. I do it several times a day, but it is a great protection practice to adopt by creating an energetic shield before potentially triggering situations. The first step is to ground yourself to Mother Earth. You can do this by imagining roots extending from your feet into the Earth's core. You can use many methods. It's okay to make it your own. Use some rope or ribbon connected to your root chakra, or steel bars shooting into the earth. The options are many. Number two, to clear, use an element to wash away that which does not belong to you, sending it back to the source with love, because it's not yours to carry. Do this by using water to wash through you, or fire burning it out of you, even air blowing through you. To me, it usually appears as sludge and then turns clear, followed by hearts to represent love as it flows away. For protection, the third one, visualize a bubble of protection surrounding your entire body. It can be anything. Set the intention that only that which is for your highest good be allowed to enter. Everything else is reflected back to the source. Alongside energetic practices, practical boundaries create essential protection. The most effective protection is distance. When possible, implement complete no contact by blocking all communication channels, including social media, email, phone, and mutual friends who might serve as messengers. For those in co parenting situations, structured limited contact with clear boundaries work best. Use communication tools designed for co parenting that documents all exchanges. Stick to child focused topics only and clearly define communication parameters. I have needed to have a judge intervene by ruling in court what boundaries will be set. So use the tools available to make it happen. For work relationships or situations where complete separation isn't possible, try the gray rock method. Becoming as uninteresting as possible to reduce narcissistic supply. This means minimal emotional reactions, boring responses, and reducing any drama that might feed their need for attention. If you're worried about being harassed at work, make sure you let management know. They can provide a safe place for you to go in case of harassment or abusive situations by removing them and removing the person from your workplace. When interaction is necessary, implement strong communication boundaries. Document all communications, save texts, emails, and consider recording calls if legally permitted in your location. Stick to facts and logistics, avoiding emotional content that could be used against you. Use I statement rather than accusations to reduce defensiveness and potential retaliation. Set clear time limits for interactions, like I have 10 minutes to discuss this now. Have a support person present when possible, either physically there or on standby, immediately debriefing, witnessing, and mental support. Management becomes crucial. Practice strict control over what the narcissistic person knows about your life. Share minimal personal details about your current life, emotions, relationships, or successes. Create separate social media accounts or enhance privacy settings that limit what they can see. Alert trusted friends and family about information boundaries so they don't inadvertently share details about you. Be cautious about mutual connections who may have information either deliberately or accidentally. Perhaps the deepest wound from narcissistic relationships is disconnection from your authentic self. The constant molding to someone else's expectations and walking on eggshells creates a habit of self suppression. Healing involves rediscovering preferences and passions that were dismissed or criticized during the relationship. Start with simple questions. What food do I actually enjoy? What colors appeal to me? What music makes me feel good? Do what makes you feel good. Practice self trust and honoring your intuition, which was likely undermined through gaslighting. Begin with small decisions and notice how your body responds. Tension often signals something isn't right for you, while a sense of expansion or relief suggests alignment. Reconnect with friends and activities you enjoyed before the relationship. Often, narcissistic partners isolate you from supportive connections. Rebuilding these relationships strengthens your authentic self. Create new rituals that affirm your autonomy and worth. This might include daily affirmations, self compassion practices, or celebrations of your progress, however small. Try keeping a rediscovery journal where you note things you enjoy. values that matter to you, and dreams you want to pursue independent of anyone else's influence. This creates a tangible record of your emerging authentic self. As we conclude today's episode, remember that healing is possible. Many survivors of narcissistic relationships report that while they would never choose to repeat the experience, the healing journey led them to greater self awareness, stronger boundaries, and more authentic relationships than they had before. The process requires patience, so be as kind to yourself as you would to a dear friend recovering from similar circumstances. Celebrate small victories. Allow yourself to feel all emotions without judgment and trust that each day brings you closer to wholeness. And join us next week for the final part of our series, Personal Growth and Boundary Setting, your roadmap to empowerment. We'll explore how to transform these painful experiences into profound growth, establish healthy boundaries that protect without isolating, and create relationships that honor your authentic worth. Until then, may you walk in healing light. Thank you for listening to Whispers of Wisdom. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might benefit. And consider supporting the show by clicking subscribe, like, or comment. Don't forget to show yourself love this week.